welcome back to my channel, The You in Fashion. My name's Megan. On my channel, we discuss fashion, luxury, handbags, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell down below so you don't miss any of my content. In today's video, we are going to be doing my 2023 wish list, and I love doing these videos because it's all about the possibilities that the year can bring. I love seeing what I'm able to get off this list, what I'm not able to get off this list, and I just am so excited about sharing some of these things with you guys. Now, if you guys watch my channel, a lot of these things have either appeared in some way or may have even been in my wish list from last year that I didn't purchase, but that have definitely rolled over into my new wish list for this year. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to start today with jewelry because I feel like jewelry is one of those that last year in 2022, with going to Paris and getting my Birkin and getting my Pochette Matisse and some of the other handbags that had been on my wish list for a while that I was able to actually purchase in 2022, definitely put jewelry on the back burner. So I wanted to revisit those today. One of my high on my wish list currently for jewelry is the Van Cleef Arpels bracelet in the onyx, the Alhambra with the 5 motifs. I have been looking out for these in the pre-loved market. They really are going right at retail. I never really see them under, and they are snagged like that. That tells you something. That says that they are still very popular here in 2023. I am very much still interested in it here in 2023. And I went to go look at the local store that we have here, which ours is in Neiman Marcus at Lenox Square. And they did not have any more of the onyx in stock for me to even try on. So when I went, they let me try on similar pieces in the onyx, but I wasn't able to try on the actual bracelet. They did say that ideally they can order it for you, but you do have to put the deposit down in full, and then they will basically look for the bracelet for you in nearby stores. So that's definitely on my wish list. I'm glad that I know that I have that option, even if it's not in stock at my local store, that I can always order it from another store and have them ship it in. So Van Cleef & Arpels bracelet, onyx specifically. One of the reasons that is the onyx, because I think that their other stones are absolutely beautiful as well, but from what I have researched, that one wears down the least. So from what I understand, you can wear the onyx the most without the damage to the stones. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys have one of these bracelets and you have one of the other color or stones, let me know in comparison. But that, from what I've researched, and that's the reason why, is because I love my Cartier, love, and Just un Clou. So I really wanted to add something when it comes to this price point that I'm going to be able to wear a lot. Now, I did ask the sales associate, can I wear it all the time, like in the shower, in the pool? And she's like, you should not do that. She's like, it is considered fine jewelry, and although the onyx is perhaps one of the easier stones to care for, she still did not recommend that you wear it in the shower when you're sleeping, things like that. She compared it to earrings. You wake up, you put it on, and you go. So definitely can be used as an everyday piece, but not as a to wear all the time piece. So I thought that was very interesting, but I still think that with my set that I have here, knowing how much that I wear these, I definitely feel like I can add another bracelet to this stack and get a lot of wear out of it. So that is going to be my first jewelry piece. My second jewelry piece that I'm rolling over is my Cartier Love Ring. Now with the Cartier Love Ring, I want to wear it on the same side that I wear my Cartier Love bracelet. I'm thinking like even a middle ring I think would be really cute on this side. So that is definitely still on my list. You guys let me know if you feel this way too, because the Cartier Love Ring, in comparison to some of the other items that I'm going to talk about today, are along more of the more reasonable side of things as far as cost goes. But it's hard for me sometimes to justify the smaller costs when I'm saving up for these really big ticket items. That for me almost makes the Cartier Love Ring a little bit lower on my wish list, because I am like, well, if I spend the money there, what happens if one of my bigger purchases comes around and then I've spent the money on that? You guys let me know if you feel the same way. I know it's feels a little irrational because I actually do want it, but I guess in comparison to some of the other things that I'm going to discuss with you guys about, the Love Ring just doesn't hit as high on that wish list for me. But I still really like it. I would love to have one, and I think it would go within what I already have really well. That's another thing I wanted to include here on the wish list. When I'm looking for things either that I don't have at all already or something that I feel like would fit in my wardrobe that I currently wear really well. And both of these jewelry pieces I feel like I would get a lot of wear out of and would go well with the things that I already have. So those are my two things on my jewelry wish list. Let's go ahead and move on to shoes. For my shoes wish list, I am really interested in some of the more bulky sandals this season. So as you guys know, I was all about the Hermes Oran sandals, and I say was, I still currently am, but I really like the trend of the Chypre sandals, and I also really like Chanel's version of these. So I know these have been around for years. They're still popular here in 2023 though, I feel as well. The Chypre sandals, as I discussed with you guys in one of my previous videos, are very hard to find still. So I'm really excited to try to get my hands on a pair of those. Speaking of, update on the Chypre sandals, because I told you guys when I went into the Hermes store to inquire about them, I would update you, and I did. So I went into my local store, I asked them about the sandals, and there were very little in stock in my size anyway. So one store had one size 34.5, which is my true to size, but one of my viewers was actually saying that they can be really tough on your feet and sometimes sizing up would be best, and the sales associate also said that. They did say that they have one coming in a size 35 for this upcoming season, so I am going to hold out for that one, and I will let you guys know the process of when that comes in and how that worked. But she says that basically if a shoe is coming in, they know that it's going to be coming, they can let me know as soon as it gets into the store. So I'm holding out on that. I'm hoping that happens. So Chypre sandal, one of my wish list items. I'm really getting into that bulky sandal trend, and I feel like that's a great way to elevate a more casual style, which I absolutely love, with like a little sundress, and those sandals I think would be so cute. Moving on to my second wish list shoe item, it is going to be a pair of loafers, and I mentioned this again in my wish list video. I love the designer loafers as well. Hermes, as you guys know, makes a few pair of loafers. I know that Prada also does a great chunky loafer. I showed you guys the Reformation loafer. They are everywhere, and I would really love a pair of loafers here in 2023 as well. I think they are super cute, styled with a sock and a mini skirt, and these loafers, adorable. I want them badly. So those are my wish list for shoes. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to handbags. Now, as you guys notice, I have skipped clothing in this video, and the reason is, if you guys know me, when it comes down to me buying designer clothing, I struggle a bit because I feel like it does not last me necessarily long term. Now, watching other things, I feel like people have said like coats are a great long-term designer piece. So maybe that would be something that I would consider, but I don't have my eye on anything right now. And you guys know when I talked about my worst purchases, some of those trendy pieces really seem to fall on that list for me. So I don't have any clothing pieces right now. If there's something you guys think that I should try, definitely let me know. But for now, going into handbags, like I mentioned, my very first, the handbag I am most excited about is actually really shocking to me. This was very much so originally on one of my, I don't think this handbag is for me. And that gives me an idea for the next video. I think I'm gonna do a video on handbags I don't feel like really match my style, but let's go ahead and circle back now. So this handbag was one of those bags that I just really couldn't get into, and it was never on my wish list until recently. So if you guys were watching my channel, I most recently did a video of, is Louis Vuitton basic? Are they on their way out, or are they still as relevant as they ever have been? And my answer to that was yes, they are. I used some of the handbags that Emily in Paris featured, and one of them was this green Capucines. The Capucines have been really popular over the years, but I always was like, I'm just not really sure about them. I think it was the size for me. So the one that I first had my eye on was the BB size, and then I started seeing the minis, and I was like, we're getting warmer, we're getting smaller, we're getting cuter, I am liking it. And then I saw the mini Capucines in green, green on Emily in Paris, and I was just like, this is the handbag made for me. I loved the green color. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I love the mini strap that they gave with this one. It has like the leather piece that goes across the shoulder, but then also like the gold chain piece as well that is detachable. And you guys know I am all for a detachable strap and a top handle bag. I love the functionality of that. And surprisingly, the crossbody strap is actually adjustable, which makes it even better, you guys. You know how I feel about adjustable straps. So top of the list for me is honestly the Louis Vuitton Capucines in this green color. I did not think I would be saying this to you guys, but I am. And I have looked for it. They are sold out of my local stores here in Atlanta, but they do have some here in the US. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on it. Second handbag that I'm interested in, and this ties what I was just discussing with you guys about color. So green, I don't have any green handbags in my collection currently. So when I saw this green Capucines, I was really excited, not only that I like the style, but also the green color. So that's one color I want to add. Pulling over from my previous wish list, I still really want a whitish color handbag. I think what I've struggled with, and I may have discussed this with you guys in the last wish list video, is trying to figure out which handbag I would like best in white though. And that for me has been really tricky, because I want something that's functional, that I can wear crossbody, maybe even as a top handle. I want a white that the leather isn't difficult to keep. And I also don't love stark white bags either. So I've really had to think hard about what I feel like would be the best white bag that I would be interested in. As you guys know, I have been really wanting an Hermes Kelly bag, and this will continue to reappear on my wish list until one comes available. But what is new to my wish list as far as the Kelly is some of those lighter colors. So previously I wasn't open to some of the lighter Hermes colors because I was so nervous about getting it dirty, and I didn't want to risk this bag that I'd been waiting for and that was so hard for me to get, and getting it in a light color and then somehow ruining it. That was like worst case scenario for me in my mind. But then after trying out some of the leathers, as you guys know, I have my mini Evelyn now in the Clemence. I have the Birkin 25 in the Togo. I feel like I've really seen just how durable the Hermes leathers are. And if you guys saw my highest rated handbags, my Birkin fell on there, like I told you guys, not because it's a Birkin, but just because how durable this leather has shown to be, which really widened my horizons to some colors for Hermes as far as some of their lighter colors. And it doesn't even have to be like a Birkin or Kelly specifically. I really think I would like just one of their lighter colors in general. So I found this online of some lighter Hermes colors getting close to like that white spectrum. So of course they do look like they have like a white color. Also on this list was Blue Pale, which I have actually my Hermes Evelyn in. That was the most interesting one to me because it is blue, but it is a very pale. I'll give them that. Some other colors in this list were Cray, Nata, and Gris Pearl, and I thought that these were some color variations that I never really thought of. Since it doesn't have to be a stark white bag for me, I really feel like some of these other colors that are maybe not white, but in that lighter white color, I think I would really like. So I'm definitely going to be putting some of these out to my sales associate as well. Now, as far as other white handbags that I really like though as well that I'm thinking about, so you guys let me know what you think. I do really like the Saint Laurent in the cream color. I've told you guys that one. I also really like the Lady Dior mini in the latte color. I am a little bit nervous though because I already have my mini Lady Dior and my small Lady Dior. If you guys haven't watched those videos, check those out. I did one last week on comparison between those two. So I really don't want to necessarily start doubling up on handbags as far as my mini Lady Diors. I would really like to try something new. And then the one I also really like in like a lighter color is the Chanel double flap in the white color. Now with the double flap though, my hesitation there is it doesn't have the top handle capability. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think about this. If you have some of these lighter colors, which ones you maybe feel like have been the easiest to keep up, and which of the styles you like best in the lighter whitish colors. So So far, we have a green handbag and a white handbag, and the last but not least is going to be a blue color. I know what you're gonna say, the blue pale, but the blue pale truly is very, very, very light. On the spectrum of blues, it is almost as light as you can get, but I'm really would love a Chanel boy bag still in a bluish color, maybe even like a baby blue, something like that I think would really be pretty. And that is still something on my wish list too, is the boy bag. It's still a classic Chanel handbag that I am really attracted to, and I continue to carry over from my wish list year after year after year, it seems. But anyway, you guys, that is my video on my current wish list here in 2023. I tried to look at multiple areas of things that I would be interested in, including jewelry, shoes, and handbags. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!